Hello students, welcome all of you to our next lecture and the last point of this topic, introduction to micro and macroeconomics. Today we are going to discuss the importance of macroeconomics. Before this point, we have discussed the features of macroeconomics. In that features of macroeconomics, we have discussed various points like study of aggregates, income theory, general equilibrium analysis, interdependence, lumping method, growth models, general price level and policy oriented. Okay, these are the features of the macroeconomics, and the last point is importance of macroeconomics. Okay, today we will start with the first point, functioning of an economy. Okay, when we discuss about the macroeconomics, this macroeconomics is basically concerned about the functioning of an economy. Okay, there are various macroeconomic variables available. Which are those macroeconomics we will discuss here is that, suppose total income, then employment, inflation, all these are the macroeconomic variables. And when these variables changes, what happens is that there is change in the economy. Okay, so how these variables are changing and how these variables are affecting the economy, that is known as functioning of an economy. Okay, so this macroeconomics is basically concerned with the functioning of an economy related to some various macroeconomic variables. Okay, so we call it as the functioning of an economy, and in this point we discuss about the various complex economic systems or complex economic situations. Okay, the study of economy is not an easy task. Okay, why it is so? Because there are various complex situations available at any time in the economy. For example, there can be the low demand in the economy, there can be low supply in the economy, there can be inflation in the economy. So all these are the complex situations, and in this complex situation, study of macroeconomics is very important, and this macroeconomics studies the functioning of an economy related to all these variable factors. Okay, so this is an important point in the macroeconomics. Next one is economic fluctuations. Okay, what is mean by fluctuations is that changes. Okay, in changes in suppose output, employment, prices, all these things are affecting the national economy. Okay, if the output changes, employment changes, price changes, what will happen? It will affect the national economy. So this macroeconomics is very important in studying the economic fluctuations. Okay, when this variable changes, what will happen? There will be business cycles. Business cycles. What is mean by business cycle is that inflation and deflation. These are the things which comes after one after one. Inflation will follow deflation, deflation will follow inflation, and that is known as the business cycle. And when these business cycles are there, what will happen? There will be fluctuations in the economy. One time the economy will be at the higher point, and other time the economy will be at the lower point. Means sometimes there will be inflation in the economy and sometimes there will be deflation in the economy. What happens in the inflation? In the inflation, all the economic activities increases. Okay, we cannot take the literal meaning of the inflation, that is increase in the price level. With the increase in the price level, there will be increase in the economic activities, increase in the income, increase in the employment, that is known as inflation. And in the deflation, total opposite situation will be there. Okay, in the economy there will be less employment, there will be less production, less output, all these things will be there, that is known as inflation and deflation, and these two things follows each other. Okay, that is known as business cycle. And to avoid this business cycle, study of macroeconomics is very important, because in this macroeconomics, what are the factors that causes the fluctuations, what causes the business cycle, and how to stop that business cycle and make the economy develop at a steady rate. That is the thing we discuss in the macroeconomics. मतलब क्या है, मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में फ्लक्चुएशन मतलब चेंजेस क्यों होते हैं, वहां पे इन्फ्लेशन क्यों होगा, डिफ्लेशन क्यों होगा, ऐसे कौन से फैक्टर्स है जिसमें चेंज हुआ तो फ्लक्चुएशन हो सकता है, अगर फ्लक्चुएशन होता है तो इकोनॉमी पे किस तरह से अफेक्ट होगा, तो फ्लक्चुएशन किस तरह से रोकना है, इन सब चीजों के बारे में मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में स्टडी की जाती है। ओके, सो द मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स इज इंपॉर्टेंट इन द स्टडी ऑफ इकोनॉमिक फ्लक्चुएशंस आल्सो। देन नेक्स्ट वन, national income. Okay, this point is very important. National income, you can call it as GDP and other factors like GNP. All these things are there. NNP, which we are going to discuss in the national income topic. Okay, these are the things in which the national income is calculated. For example, the definition of GDP. What is GDP? It is the gross domestic product. Okay, what is meant by gross domestic product is that total money value of all final goods and services produced in the country in a period of 1 year, that is known as GDP. And in the macroeconomics, the study of national income is very important. Okay, what are the factors that causes changes in the national income, what are the factors that can increase the national income, what are the factors that can decrease the national income, all these things we study in the macroeconomics. So in the study of national income, this macroeconomics is very important, and without studying national income, the development of the economy is not possible, because we will not be able to make the policies. Okay, so to make the policies of growth, to make the policies of development, all the study of national income is very important. Okay, national income can be higher or lower. Okay, national income can be higher or lower, and depending on this higher national income and lower national income, the policies of the economy are determined. So to make the policies, study of national income is very important, and that national income is studied in macroeconomics. That is why macroeconomics is also very important. Then next one, economic development. Okay, in the poor countries, there are various problems. Okay, for example, we can take some African countries, then our neighbor like Pakistan, India itself. There are various problems. Which are those? The problem of unemployment, the problem of, we can say that lack of education, the problem of lack of health services. All these are the problems which are related to economy. And in the macroeconomics, we discuss about the economic development. Means we discuss about the formulating the policies which can increase the level of employment, which can reduce the poverty, which can increase the level of national income. All these things we discuss in the macroeconomics. So this economic development is also studied in the macroeconomics, and it is an important part. Next one, performance of an economy. परफॉर्मेंस का मतलब क्या होता है, वो किस तरह से काम करता है. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एज ए स्टूडेंट, हाउ द परफॉर्मेंस इज मेजर्ड. स्टूडेंट्स का परफॉर्मेंस कैसे कैलकुलेट होता है. The performance of the student will be calculated on the basis of the marks obtained. Okay, on the basis of the attendance, the performance of the student will be calculated. Okay, so we can say that the performance is good or bad of the student on the basis of these things. But in the national economy also, performance is calculated on the basis of national income. National income. We will call this national income as GDP. इसको हम क्या कहेंगे, GDP. We will call it as GDP. Okay. On the basis of this national income, the performance of an economy is judged, or the performance of an economy is determined. Okay. For example, suppose in 2018-19, the growth rate of GDP was 5%. Okay. What was the growth rate of GDP? 5%. In 2019-20, suppose it was 4%. Okay, the figures are not actual, we are taking only for the comparison. Okay, so here we will say that the performance of the economy was good or bad. Okay, say, tell me, in 1920 the performance of the economy was good or bad comparing to the another year. Okay, it was bad. Okay, why it is so? Because the growth rate of the GDP falls from 5% to 4%. So we can say that the performance of the economy has been dropped. Okay, but suppose in the next year the GDP of the country increases. What will happen? The performance of the country will also increase. So in judging or calculating the performance of the economy, we take the data from some previous year and compare the data with the current year available and on that basis we calculate the national income. जिस तरह से हमने यहाँ पे किया है 2018-19 का फिगर लिया और 1920 का फिगर लिया, उसी तरह से हम क्या करते हैं, अलग अलग पीरियड्स का डेटा लेते हैं और उसको कंपेयर करके बता सकते हैं जो हमारी इकोनॉमी है उसने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया या बुरा परफॉर्म किया. सो टू कैलकुलेट द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द इकोनॉमी आल्सो मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. देन नेक्स्ट वन, study of macroeconomic variables. Okay, the study of macroeconomics variables is also very important. Which are the macroeconomic variables? All those variables which affect the national economy. For example, we will take here national income, output, employment. These are the variables which affect the national economy. So we will call it as the macroeconomic variables. Okay, ऐसे सारे घटक, ऐसे सारे वेरिएबल्स जो नेशनल इकोनॉमी को अफेक्ट करेंगे उसको हम क्या कहेंगे, मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल्स. और इन मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक जो वेरिएबल्स है, नेशनल इनकम हो, नेशनल आउटपुट हो, टोटल एम्प्लॉयमेंट हो, उनकी स्टडी करने में भी मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता हुआ हमें देखने को मिलता है, क्योंकि एक ऐसे वेरिएबल्स है जिसपे कंट्री की ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट डिपेंडेंट रहती है. ओके, सो इनको हमें स्टडी करना पड़ेगा और वो स्टडी मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में की जाती है. तो ये स्टडी करने में भी मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स का बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस हमें देखने को मिलता है. उसके बाद जो आखिरी पॉइंट है, लेवल ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट. ओके, लेवल ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट का मतलब क्या होता है, हमारी जो इकोनॉमी है उस इकोनॉमी में what is the level of employment. Okay, that is the thing we discuss in the macroeconomics. Okay, if the employment rate is above 6%, this will be very bad for the economy, and if the employment rate is below 6%, this will be a good thing for the economy. So we can say that on the basis of this study we can say that whether the employment rate is higher or whether the employment rate is lower. So this level of employment is also studied in the macroeconomics. Okay, so this macroeconomics is very important for the study of all these points. Okay, here the last point of our first topic ends. Thank you very much.